What's up everyone, this is Sam from 64 Wheels, back with more diecast, and today we're going to be unboxing the latest 2024 Hot Wheels Silverline Fast and the Furious collection. So this line, I'm a huge fan of this line. I think the castings are good, the quality is good, everything about this line is good. The only bad part about it is the fact that I can never find them. These are $2.99 each in stores like Walmart, places like that. I had to pay over $40 for this set on eBay because I know I will never find it in stores. And that is such a bummer because I would love to have more of these. Like, I would love to have more of this Pantera, but it sucks because I don't want to pay $40 or like $15 for one casting. So despite the price issues, this line is incredible. Just the variation of castings, the new castings we're getting, like the Pantera, the new 350z casting, it's just an excellent line. So we're going to go through these, take a look at each of them, and then compare them to their past releases. So we have some new castings in this line, totally new castings of Hot Wheels in general, and then we have some repeats, of course. So let's go ahead and check these out. So the first car is the R33 Skyline, of course, from the first Fast and the Furious movie. This is Leon's car. This is the first time we're getting it in a basic line like this and something that isn't premium. So the last couple versions we've got have been in the premium line. As you can see here, there's a little bit of a color difference. This is a metal chassis, metal body, rubber tire. This is a metal body, metal chassis, plastic tire. So we'll see how much the $2.99 to basically $6.99 differences between these two castings. But it's cool that we're now getting this basic in the Fast and the Furious line. So next up, probably one of the most wanted castings of the Fast and the Furious franchise, the Tomaso Pantera from Fast 5. So this is one of the cars they pulled off the train. If you've seen that movie, I love Fast 5. Fast 5 is my favorite one outside of the original. I just think the vault chase in that one is awesome. The cars in that one, it introduced us to The Rock, which gave us a whole nother just universe. It was just such a good movie. So this one, very longly awaited, highly anticipated casting. So it's so cool to see it debut in this silver line, and it's such a cool, like the black, it just looks so good. So next up, a really heavy casting. This is a metal on metal chassis, metal body on metal chassis car, the 66 Chevy Impala. This is from Fast X. This was Jason Momoa's car from the last movie. It played a little bit of a part. I don't remember it playing, like, I don't remember exactly what he did with it. Fast X was a terrible movie, but this car is cool. So I'm really looking forward to opening up this one and taking a closer look at it. The other new casting to Hot Wheels in general, the 350z Custom. So this is DK's the Drift King 350z from Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. We've got it a few times before, but that casting was terrible. Like, they weren't any good. This new one looks really accurate and has some awesome lines with it. So this is like the best version of this car they've released so far. Even just looking at it through the package, I know that. So that one will be a fun one to open. And then lastly, we have another chronic repeater from Hot Wheels, the 911 GT3 RS. This is now, I believe, the 6th time we've gotten this Porsche in this series, and I'm so tired of seeing it. This, the Torino, and there's probably one or two other ones that I like, do not care if we never get it again. I don't care if it's a better version. I don't care. I don't want another one of it. They just keep repeating it, and I don't care. So let's just go ahead and open this one, the first one, the R33. So this is cool. Like I said, this is the first time we've gotten it in the more basic line outside of the premium. So it's a heavy car. It's got a metal chassis. This is basically the same quality, same release as the premium. You're just not getting rubber tires on it. So here we go. You can see there is actually a big color difference. So one of the reasons I chose this one to compare to is because this is the last one that was released in the premium. So I'm just kind of taking the latest premium and comparing it to the basic here. So as you can see, I don't know. Both of them are not really great. I actually think the basic here has the better style taillight with the rings around it. This one, the tampos look so terrible on this. They are graphic tampos, and they just like the printer style, and they look absolutely terrible. But there is more of them on the premium. So Unfortunately, they've gone a little bit worse on this basic and didn't include all those things, including a license plate, which kind of sucks. I would have been nice to get. On the side, they appear to be the same, and I actually like the basic better because it has the tampo, like the pad printed tampo style over this horrible, horrible printer style graphic. Like that just looks like garbage. This, I can actually see the graphic. It looks a lot better on the basic. And then when we compare the front, I think the headlights on the premium are a little bit better, but I don't mind the basic ones. They don't look so bad. There's like a small, like kind of like a, I don't know what that is, like a casting issue right there. But there's definitely less detail. So honestly, this is a little bit odd that they've gone so much worse on the basic. We have been seeing pretty much even quality between the silver line and the premium line when it comes to the same casting. They just usually lack wheels, like the wheels and tires of the premium. But this one, they've kind of downgraded quite a bit. So this, to me, is almost more along the mainline type tampos. I know there's more than that, but they kind of downgraded this one. So if you're looking for a version of this car, I would probably go with the older premium because it had a little bit more accurate wheels. I think the wheels on it were silver. I can't remember. I don't think they were black. I think they were silver in the movie. So this one is kind of not correct whatsoever. But it's cool that we're getting it in the basic, but it's a bummer they didn't, like, they should have made it better. So that's a little bit, that's like a 5 out of 10. It's there, but it's not great. So let's hope for better things for the Pantera here. So like I said, this is a Fast 5. This played a really key car in that scene because this is the car Mia's character drove off in. It was pretty important in the scene. And it was cool because I believe it was the first one they pulled off the train and they drove away on. But this is an awesome casting. So we got a Pantera in the, what was it, the premium series. I believe it debuted in the Boulevard a few years ago, but I think this is a totally different casting. That was like a GTS one. It might be the same, just turned into a basic, but this looks great. It has the same graphics as it does in the movie. Those are printer style graphics, which to me, that totally could have been a pad printed tampo. It's one color. It could have been a single pass. It's got the turn signals up front. It's got side marker lights, which is cool. In the front and back, and it does say Tomaso Pantera. It's got pad printed tampos in the back, which I much prefer over the graphic style, printer style tampos. Nice 5-spoke wheels. This is like a 10 out of 10 in terms of a basic release. This is just excellent release. So could they have picked better wheels? Maybe, probably. But I don't think they have ones to match exactly the original Pantera wheels. But in terms of a basic release, in terms of, you know, people wanting it from the Fast and the Furious line, it's recognizable from Fast and the Furious. I think this is a pretty solid release. So let me know what you think of this one in the comments. Is this one you've been waiting for? Because I know this has been a long-awaited one for me and a lot of other people too. But they did a great job with it. Really, really nice release on that one. So love that one. Okay, the 66 Chevy Impala. So Fast X, horrible movie. Like, I didn't like that movie at all. I thought the driving, like at the end where Dom is like driving down the Hoover Dam or whatever. I mean, it's just so unbelievable. It's just ridiculous. But this release looks incredible. So I think this is a brand new casting to the line. One thing I did notice about this and then the 350Z, which we'll look at too, there is no detail on the base. So if you look at another, like this one isn't a really good example of that either. But if you look at a plastic chassis car like this, like look at the base and how much detail is on it. And then this one, we're just getting a flat base. Now, in terms of the product we're getting, I think it's a little bit of a nod to like a downgrade in quality. But in design, that doesn't really matter to me because I don't look at the bottom of my cars. I don't display them. You don't really do anything with the bottom. So if they can cut costs by making the bottom flat and then giving us better wheels or more tampos, I'm all for it because I don't really think the bottom of the car really matters that much. So this is a metal on metal car, very nice, very heavy. It's got those newer 5-spoke wheels on it. It says Super Sport on it. It's got the little like 396 logo on the front, tampos on the back. I think those are pad printed on the car, and then their graphic style on the bumper, which is, I don't know why they like choose to go back and forth even on the same like front or area of the car. Same thing here. This has pad printed tampos on both the turn signals and the headlights. So the headlights don't really bother me as much. I think they actually look okay with the printer style, but the taillights are looking a little bit grubby back there. But as a release, this is beautiful. I don't think we've gotten quite this purple color from Hot Wheels before. It's like a pale violet color, and it just looks awesome on this car. So to me, wheels, this car was driven by a main character in the movie. Metal on metal, this is absolutely one you should add to your Fast and Furious collection. This one, of course, the Pantera, and then I think the 350Z are definitely ones to buy from this line. So if you're going after one, that's a really nice car. Man, that looks great. I love those wheels. All right, the 350Z Custom from Tokyo Drift. This one will compare to the past two releases. So the first one was released, man, quite a while ago. We'll go ahead and unbox it, and then we'll take a look at the second release. So this was one of the first, this was in the Walmart exclusive line back in like, probably 2015 or 16. It was way long time ago. This is a casting from the like bloated era of Hot Wheels where everything was kind of exaggerated. This casting came out in 2006 when Tokyo Drift came out, but it wasn't released in this Tokyo Drift, like I said, till much later, maybe like 10 years or so later. It's got okay graphics. It does have that like Drift King, I don't know what that is on the side, like a beetle. You can kind of see the Universal Studios there. That tagline doesn't bother me as much because it's really hard to see. It's got the PR5s, the black with the chrome spokes, or chrome lip. It says 350Z Nissan on the back. It has taillights. It does have tampos around like the lower body work. It's got the Z on the side, but nothing on the front. So that was the very first release of the Tokyo Drift 350Z. The next one came, and I believe this came in the 5-pack. You can see here already that they upgraded it from the first release. So it's got a black painted hood. It has silver painted headlights. It's got a Nissan logo on the front. It's a different color. It's a brighter color. This is almost like a bronze silver. It has a little bit of like a bronze look to it, where this is more of a cool silver, like a blue tint to it. So it does have the same graphics on the side as, like I said, same Z, the same beetle. Or actually, I think the beetle is a little bit bigger maybe, or at least it's placed differently on the new one. Painted door handles, everything. It is missing the Nissan logo and the 350Z on the back. Which is a little bit of a bummer. No taillight or no license plate. The taillights on mine are not done very well. But when we compare, so basically they took the graphics, the 350Z and the Nissan logo off and then added the hood, which I think is a good trade. I think this looks so much better than this first one just based on the front end alone. But the casting is not great. It's just a bloated casting. It doesn't really look good. Just not the best. Now, let's check this one out. Look how much better proportional wise and more accurate that is to the movie. So we compare, like, look how much better that is shaped. Like, the hood is better, the paint looks better, the wheels are by far better, the stance is better, just the overall shape of the casting is much more accurate. So they did a great job on this new one. So you can see even the beetle, which is really hard to see on the new one, but the graphic looks like it has a lot more art style to it. It's kind of a bummer that you can't see it. It's so dark. I actually prefer how you can see this one a little bit better. But in general, they made this casting so much better. It just looks more like the 350Z from Tokyo Drift. And I'm sure we'll see this in other lines. It'll look so much better than this one did in other lines as well. So this has a flat bottom, metal chassis. So we're getting a metal on metal car again, just like the Impala. This is incredible. This is a 10 out of 10. They did a super job on this. The only thing I would want a little bit different is maybe the graphics to be just a touch lighter so they're easier to see. But I don't think they could have picked a better wheel for this release. The new 5-spoke, like the Star release with the chrome lip, this thing is incredible. Really, really nice job on this. Would have been cool if they did some taillights, tampos maybe, or a license plate or something on the back. But overall, as a release, this is incredible. Really, really nice first job on that one. So 3 stellar ones bookended by 2 horrible ones here, basically. So the R33 and then this one, the GT3 RS. Like I said, this is the 6th time we've got this, I believe. It's just, I'm so tired of seeing it. It's just, I mean, we saw it for a couple seconds in a movie. It's not even like it's the Pantera. The Pantera saw probably double the time that this did. I just don't want to see it again. It's a cool casting. I actually like it as a release. The blue color is really nice, but I just don't care about it as a Fast and the Furious car anymore. So all of the previous releases of it, all of them, had the mesh style wheels on it. This is the first time we've gotten it without it in the Fast and the Furious line. So as you can see here, the blue is basically the same. I don't think the graphics are any different. The orange is a little bit different, I guess, on the front. Nothing on the back. Same thing on the front. It's got the Porsche logo. It's got the colored in like lower grille. Really nothing different other than the wheels. And like I said, it's more okay when they release it and it's more accurate. Now they're releasing it with new wheels, which is actually less accurate to the movie. So I'll put a screenshot of the car right here. It actually had very similar to these mesh wheels on it. So not only are we getting it for a 6th time, we're getting it for a less accurate 6th time, which is so dumb. I hate that. So this is like a pass for me. Hard pass, because it's a repeat and it's a less accurate repeat. So at least this one hadn't been done before, so this one is worth picking up, but the Porsche has been done better before, so useless. So let me know what you think of these. Is this a wave you're going to buy to spend the money on? Have you found these in stores? Let me know in the comments, but I'll look forward to reading and see if you guys have found them or which one of these you're buying. Both of these are absolutely stellar. These are incredible. I think this is just an absolute excellent addition to the line. Same here, even though I didn't like the movie and care for like the storyline or anything, this is an excellent casting as well. So let me know what you think of these in the comments. This is Sam, 64 Wheels, like and subscribe. I just did those as a video too, just previously, so I will link that down in the description, as well as links to all my other Fast and the Furious unboxings. So I appreciate you watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.